The big absentee in the Flash trailer, without a doubt, has been Superman. As we know, there are different problems within the DC house, and as a result, we will no longer have him on it. However, we are left with the question of how this conflict will be resolved in the story. What happened to Superman? Was he erased from existence because of Barry? What would you think if I told you that in the Flash trailer, there are clues to Superman's whereabouts? Do you want to know more? Then stay tuned to this video. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. Let's first talk about what happened to Flash, Barry Allen. Throughout his life, he was traumatized by the loss of his mother. Just like Superman, the fact that Barry had grown up an orphan led him to become a superhero. His father was accused of his mother's death, although Barry knows a little more about what happened that night. In the most popular version of what happened, Barry's mother's death was caused by Reverse Flash, a longtime villain of this character. However, unlike Batman, who can do nothing to get his parents back, Barry decides to travel back in time and stop what happened to her, creating a chain effect so destructive that it would bring mankind to near extinction. If Barry's mother had not lost her life that day, Barry would not have had the motivation to become the Flash, and he would never have joined the Justice League, nor would he have helped Batman and Superman. The butterfly effect grows even more, because if Flash had not existed, neither would the Speed Force exist, and the situation gets even more complicated when entering the DC universe. We realize that the Speed Force is almost a creative entity that exists eternally. When Barry prevents the rise of the Flash, he creates a ripple effect that reverberates through the past, present, and future. From the beginning of existence to its end, including parallel universes. We could say that Flash is one of the most vital characters in the existence of the DC multiverse. Understanding this, we can see why the changes occurred even before Barry's birth. Batman is now Thomas Wayne, and Batman's mother has now become the Joker after seeing her son lose his life before them. We talk about this in detail in another video, but what happened to Superman in this timeline is just as horrible. When Superman was just a baby, he was sent to Earth to escape the destruction of his own planet. But his ship landed at the Kent family farm, who became his adoptive parents. When Barry traveled through time, he changed this small detail. Instead of the ship falling near the Kent home, it fell in the middle of the metropolis city, causing as much destruction as a bomb. Obviously, the humans feared what was inside the ship, but to their surprise, they found an alien baby, one that demonstrated supernatural abilities. A new project called Project Superman was created to find out the weaknesses and strengths of this baby. He was transported underground and isolated throughout his life. Barry finds him in a place underground where he is seen in bad shape and can barely control his abilities because his power comes from the sun and he has spent his days living in darkness. It's a pretty sad version of Superman. However, when we saw the trailer, we realized that the story was changed. This time, the person underground is not Superman, but it is Kara, Supergirl. Supergirl is Superman's cousin who was simultaneously sent to Earth, but her ship was late in arriving because she got stuck on her voyage. In the timeline of Snyder's universe, Supergirl does not yet exist because her ship has not yet arrived on Earth. But in Flash's story, all of this changes. Barry goes to this government place hoping to find Superman, expecting that Clark Kent will help him in his dilemma. Instead, he finds Supergirl, an all-powerful woman. Apparently, the story of Superman being underground all his life was changed by Kara, and now she is the one who experienced loneliness for decades. Once freed, she begins to regain those powers that, like any Kryptonian, she can manifest when exposed to the sun. However, this still leaves us with the question: what happened to Superman, and why isn't he in the film? In previous Superman movies, we saw him face off against Zod. Zod is a supervillain who comes to Earth looking for a technology from Superman's planet and then uses his body to create the monster that eventually ends Superman's life. But Zod shows up alive in the Flash trailer, which could mean one of two things: either Superman never came to Earth and who came was Kara instead, or Zod ended Superman's life in this timeline. But which of these possibilities is the most likely? I think what happened to Superman will not be directly told in the Flash movie. This will be a mystery that will be solved in a future movie, but I think I have the explanation. In the past few months, it was announced that Henry Cavill will no longer be playing Superman, and James Gunn was considering a younger version of Superman. What I believe will happen in this timeline is that Supergirl will be Superman's mentor, and we will see a younger version coming in the future. In this way, a new actor will be shown, and it coincides with this temporal reboot. A few months ago, it was also mentioned that there were Superman scenes filmed for this movie, but they were deleted. There is a possibility that we will see these surprise shots in the film, and we will be shown what happened to them. In my opinion, the most likely theory is a young Superman who has not yet arrived on Earth. But tell me, what do you think about Superman's death in Flash? Did Zod end his life, or has he not arrived on Earth yet? And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on the Oasis Geek.